Road tax. Yeah, what's that all about, eh? Why the prices are different? You see that car there, Nigel? Road tax, £240 a year. That's a 1.4. Michael Jackson up there, 2 years older, £240 a year. Yet this one, with the same engine, £290 a year. An extra £50 a year. Why? Why has that happened? This one is 18 months newer than that one. Is that why? Maybe. But this one is 6 months newer than this one, and the tax on that is £240 a year. Why? Who knows why? I don't really see any reason why the Streetwise should be an extra £50 a year, because it's not about the year, is it? It's about it being a Streetwise. But it's the same car. It's just got slightly higher up suspension, and it is only slightly as well. Ooh, perhaps it has something to do with the throttle body. Yeah, because this car, this Streetwise, is the unrestricted throttle bodied version. Except that so is Michael Jackson, and so is Brian Johnston there. And as if that wasn't annoying enough, this one has actually been fitted with a restricted movement throttle body. Look at that. Look how far it goes. Not very far. That's as far as it goes. So, an extra £50 a year to tax and 20 horsepower missing. Of course, in my years of tarting about with these cars, I've had quite a few unrestricted throttle bodies knocking about. But the thing is, have I got any left? Because they are one of those things that people ask for. They want them. They want one of these to be a bit faster. And the quickest way of doing that is just by changing the throttle body. In the lockup of Eternal Sciatica, I used to keep all the throttle bodies in the same place, just here, where the suspension legs are now. Obviously it makes more sense for those to be there because they're heavy, whereas of course throttle bodies aren't heavy. So I will have moved them somewhere else. But as luck would have it, I barely walked into this mess before I find an inlet manifold off a Rover 75 with a non-restricted throttle body. Oh no. Yeah. Now, the thing that I'm concerned with is the cable. I can't remember whether it needs a separate cable, whether it needs a shorter cable for this. When I bunged on the 52mm throttle body onto Nigel, I had to change the cable. But I've known other people say you have to change the cable for this as well, and this is one way to find out, because I didn't think you did have to. It's not a big job. That comes off from there, the pipe comes off of there, the throttle cable comes off, that gets unplugged, that gets pulled out, etc. Right, so I've taken the throttle body off. Let me show you the difference. This one here is the non-restricted. Oh, shit. Try that again. This is the non-restricted throttle body, and you can see it opens all the way up like that. Then we have the restricted throttle body, which only opens halfway. Halfway. And that is enough to make a difference in power. About 20 brake horsepower. And so it seems you really do need a shorter cable. Or do you? Could you not simply modify the throttle body itself so the restrictor isn't really there? See, watch. And it stops there. Surely I can work around that. Right, okay, so I've just simply cut that bit of plastic stop thing off. So now it will go all the way open. Right, that lot's back together. It took 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Let's test it out. I could feel a huge difference in power between the Streetwise and the 25 here, called Nigel. And not just on the road and not just when you properly rev it, but from the off. So I can comfortably just test this in the yard and find out whether it's made any difference or not. I'm not going to rev this hard because it's cold, but I could tell just from the moment it set off before, so should be able to see if it's made any difference. Can't tell any difference, not yet. Need to get it hot. Of course, with this, they had a 101 or 103 brake horsepower engine to start with, and just to make it slower they put in a throttle body that just didn't open up as well. So it means no modifications are needed, no remapping, no nothing besides changing the throttle body and the cable, or hacking a bit of plastic off your existing throttle body. Utter drivel. It says numbers dentures. The slightest of issue to deal with Barney before he goes on the road, and that appears to be an earthing issue. Yeah, the earthing issue, because sometimes the ignition lights just go off when I turn the key, and other times they're fine. Either way, the battery's running a bit low. Guess the car. Barney's got a couple of things missing, and today I thought I would deal with one of them, and I'm going to do that now. I said before that I don't care about it not having a clock. I don't care what the time is. It's not relevant to me most of the time. But then I also don't really like having a hole in the dashboard, and it just so happens I've found a clock. The thing is, I don't know if it works or even where it actually came from, come to think of it. I can't remember what car this came out of, so the plug might not even be the same. And then I find there's already a clock in there, but it's just been broken off. Well, rather typically, this is the one I was going to replace it with, and the plug is different. The thing is though, the old one being there, it doesn't light up, but it will fill the gap. And what's happened is that it's been screwed in too tight and broken the bits of plastic that hold it into the part of the dashboard, and that's why it's fallen out. So the question is, can I fix this by using the correct tool, the correct amount of torque, and some super glue? And reading glasses. Oh, and some grips as well, I guess. Came very close to sticking these two digits together then. Very close indeed. There we have it. One fixed clock using super glue and gaffer tape because it wasn't staying stuck. And so I've had to do this to help it stay in one place while it gets properly stuck. We'll stick it back in the car now. As I've now completed the job, I might just clean the wheels. Gosh, that would be cleaning the wheels. Gosh, you'd love that. Ooh, cleaning wheels. Oh, hello, who's this then? Ah, right, it's a message from the missus, and I'm going to read it out. Ah, right, true, that is true. Good point. Oh, why is this recording again? It's like it decides that it wants to record all by itself. Anyway, as it is recording, I'm going to use up one of my little brushes, my wheel brushes that I had sent to me. Yeah. Summer's come back. Oh shit! Again. Balls. Right. Okay. Oh yes! I've just remembered something rather interesting. This is my first little trip out in the Streetwise since I did that little modification on the throttle body to make it a de-restricted throttle body. Nice, eh? Good plan. Will it have worked? So that means that I've been waiting a few days to try out my de-restricted throttle body idea. And whilst doing 5 miles per hour, it's actually really difficult to tell. It's really difficult to tell whether it's working or not. It's reasonably disappointing. And here we are, another day later where this video concludes, and I can also tell you that that throttle body mess about thingy has definitely worked. The only thing is, very difficult to get the opportunity to even find 101 or 103 brake horsepower without, you know, you just don't really get the opportunity very often. It's kind of pointless really. But at least it makes the car just a bit easier to get up to speed, whatever speed that might be, 25 miles per hour. Anyway, now it's time to crack on and find out what the earthing problem is. Had a rather embarrassing moment last night. Bye-bye. Well, no, the car runs fine. It's just switching it on. It seems to be a bit confused by whether it should go on or not. So I need to fix that properly. But doing my little cheat on the throttle body, very, very, very happy with that. Very happy indeed. And now for the following month, this shall be my everyday car. I am ever so slightly disappointed by the tax though. And it's only an extra £4 a month, but what for? Why? Why does it need to be another £4 a month?